But what email software is right for you? So I asked in our Facebook group what email softwares people were using or wanted to know more about. And I've sort of looked at what the features are of each of those, what sets them apart from all the other ones, and sort of drawn out all of the exciting features. And then at the end, we go a bit into pricing and how the pricing stacks up against each other. And if you have any questions about any of the platforms, what's right for you, be sure to leave them in the comments down below. So the first, and I have to say my personal favorite, although I am completely biased because I am certified and a partner of them, is Klaviyo. And the really big feature with Klaviyo is that it integrates with pretty much every e-commerce platform that any of us at BizFit would ever recommend. So that includes your Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, which I know we have people on all three in our community, but also integrates with Magento, PrestaShop, and Salesforce. Magento and Salesforce are definitely for your big companies, not so much people we're like they're working with. And that's the platforms I think we'd recommend most. Things like Wix and Squarespace, I'm not a big fan of. So as long as you're on one of these, integrates with Klaviyo and you're on the right track. And my other really big thing I love about Klaviyo is that it has unlimited automation potential. You can integrate your website and Klaviyo with pretty much anything else you can think of and create automations based on that. So in this third column, we talk about it integrates with over 200 other tools, including Aftership, Facebook, and Zapier is a huge one because that's one of the tools. But then Zapier integrates with like every tool on the internet. So you can connect pretty much everything. So if you're connecting something like Aftership, you can connect it so that your site, when something is shipped, Aftership gives them all that tracking info, and you can set emails based on that. So as soon as it ships, you let them know when it's delivered. You can have emails based on that. And then doing things like after a week, leave a review. And after a month, you should reorder this. And having all that data syncing to make that automated and at the right time just makes a huge difference and can really boost your sales. And makes collecting things like reviews super easy. So I have to say that's my favorite, but we will go into all of the other ones that were asked about in our Facebook group. So next was Mailchimp, and this is kind of the OG, what pretty much everyone was using it for their e-commerce stores for a long time, but I know it seems to have fell behind a little bit in recent times, and people are starting to switch, especially with pricing and features you get for that. So one of the big things that Mailchimp has that a lot of other tools don't have is the landing page builder is built in. You can build a page right in Mailchimp and through that, even if you don't have a website. Most of their ones, including Klaviyo, which is still my favorite, you need to integrate the form that they give you somewhere else. You need to have some sort of website out there. So that's one big advantage Mailchimp has. It also gives each of your contact ratings. There's 5 stars right beside them, and that makes it super easy to go, okay, these are my really best subscribers who are interacting with stuff, and then get the 1 stars who, if you're trying to clean up your list, are the first ones that start with kicking off. And transactional email options. This is more of a techie setup, but you can use them to send transactional emails. So that's things like when an order comes in, that email that goes out confirming that. You can do that through Mailchimp natively. Most other email softwares aren't set up for this, or if you're using Klaviyo, I know you have to contact their support department and convince them that you're not using it in the wrong way to be able to use it for transactional emails. It's probably not something most of us in here would want to change about. You're probably happy with the transactional emails that WooCommerce or Shopify are sending, but it's just something to consider. Oh, oh no, is our next one. And one thing about OO is it really offers everything on every plan. They don't hide any features behind a paywall. So even if you're on the lowest plan or the highest plan, you're getting all the features. You're also getting unlimited lists, unlimited forms, unlimited domains and things. It does have that one advantage. And the other thing is price. It's super low priced, but you do lose a whole ton of features with that. It doesn't have any sort of automation potential. It doesn't integrate with anything. And again, bias, the knowledge base. Some of the videos in there are made by me. So I will say they're really good. And I want to see kind of how I started creating sort of tutorials and things and teaching. The videos in the knowledge base are where I started. The one on countdown timers is my favorite. And no matter what email tool you're using, you can follow that tutorial and just take that line of HTML and put it into the email software you're using. Lite. This is one I didn't know much about before we started investigating the different tools, but it's one that people were asking about. And I was surprised to see how much it offered for the money. So it does integrate with platforms such as Shopify or WooCommerce, so you can do a lot of those automations. And they also have a free plan that lets you send up to 12,000 emails for free. And I think that's the best of any free plan out there. And the other thing it does that might be useful for some people is that you can sell digital products without a website. So they have that landing page builder, much like Mailchimp, but not only can you set up one where you can gather contact information, you can set up products on there. And they can be a one-time or a recurring thing. They need to be a digital product. So it needs to be something like a PDF or something that you're sending to them. But you can do that all there without needing a actual website. So if you're selling digital products and you want to get started easily, Lite is a great option there. And I think that's our last one is Flowdesk. And I know I've seen more and more people starting to use this one too. So the big thing that Flowdesk is known for over any other platform is their templates. They've focused on making their templates the sort of best looking in the market. And that's really where they nail things down. But it sort of lacks a little bit in other areas. So they have just the one plan. So all features and all amount of contacts and sending is all under one plan. So whether you have one person on your email list or 1 million, you're paying the same price, which if you don't have a lot of people, might be a disadvantage. If you do have a lot of people, is a huge advantage. And it's easy to use. Because there's sort of less features, there's not too much to kind of get lost in. And that's one thing Flowdesk does. Whereas like Ovo doesn't have a lot of features, but isn't super easy to use. Flowdesk kind of does have some more features. But because of the less features, the easier it is to use. And so the big comparison that a lot of people make is pricing. So I looked at if you were to get started with 1,000 subscribers, which is kind of like that average ecom list, how much would it cost? So my personal favorite is Klaviyo, and that's $30, which does place it quite high end on things, but it does offer so much. Mailchimp had 2 different plans that you might want to choose from. So depending on what features you want, it ranged from $23 to $59 a month. And you're paying it to Klaviyo, that $59 is where your comparison would be. So it is more expensive. If you don't need all those features, you can get in slightly cheaper with a $23 plan. Ovo is $6.95 for their 1,000 subscriber plan. So that is where their big advantage lies, is in price. Lite again had 2 different plans. So it's either $9 or $19. And Flowdesk, again, pricing advantage here. Their one plan that does everything is $38, or if you buy through someone's affiliate link, it's $19. It takes the price down by half. So definitely buy through an affiliate link. So last question is, what are you waiting for? Why haven't you started your email list? Why aren't you emailing them? Go ahead and get started.
BFF, that was an amazing overview of the top 5 email platforms, especially for ecom. So what we want to know is, based off of this, if you haven't started yet, which one are you going to choose? And if you already have an email platform, did this just solidify that you are on the right platform, or are you looking to switch out to another one? Comment below. We really want to know. We will see you guys again next week. Bye.